Hello, I'm Bonnie Browning, and I am the author of Zentangle Art to Go. In honor of Craft Week, I'm going to share with you today how to make foiled cards using some of my Zentangle designs. But first, let me just tell you a little bit about my Zentangle book. It's divided into several sections, and you're going to find the step outs on how to draw a variety of Zentangle designs. And you just follow the red and black lines. The red ones are the new lines. And then I also have a section in here on different ways to use these designs. And in the very back of the book are quite a few designs that have perforated pages that you can pull out, scan. You could color them if you wanted to. But what we're going to do today is I have scanned these designs and reduced them to about 4 inches to make my note cards. One of the things that you have to remember when you're getting ready to use foil is that you must use a laser print. Inkjet print will not work with the foil. You need to use a laser print. So I've already printed some of those out. All right, so then some of the other materials that we need is the foil. And it comes in a roll and it's very, very thin. And the part that goes next to your card is the gray side, the back side. That's where the color will come off. And then, of course, this shiny side will be what is nearest you. Then you need some kind of a apparatus to put your card in. And this is just a sheet of plastic. So I'm going to make a card for you, and it's so simple. First, we're going to put the card that's been printed on a laser printer inside my sleeve. Now I've cut a piece of the foil so it will just barely cover the design. You don't want to cut it extra big because you'll just waste your foil. So I'm going to cover the design, and now I'm going to run it through a laminating machine. And I have 2 different sizes. This one is the Heidi Swap mini machine, and it has 5 different heat settings on it so that if you have heavier paper or thinner paper, you can adjust the heat. And what's in there is a roller that it will pull it through. I also have another one that will take an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and you can see that the opening on it is much larger than the other one. And this one only has 2 settings. But you don't have to have an expensive piece of equipment to do this. I think I paid $20 on Amazon for this Royal Sovereign brand of laminator. So here it is. I do want to point out one thing. I have on the back of my card, I have printed the name of my book and my website. And anytime you have plain ink like that you're not covering with foil, you want to make sure you cover it with a piece of paper because it will print right on your sleeve. So we're just going to run it through. This just takes a few seconds. And it's heat. The heat is going to melt the design on the printout. So you just let it roll until it's gone completely through. One of the things I will warn you about is you want to make sure that you set this heated appliance on a piece of wood. Don't set it on a piece of plastic. All right, so now when I get ready to take this out, you can look at your design and you can tell that it's all been foiled. So I'm going to remove the paper that covered up my name, and now I'm going to remove the foil. Maybe. Yep, get your finger. And so when you pull the foil off, now all I need to do is fold my card, crease it. And I'll tell you, a good thing to crease these with, if you stay in as many hotel rooms as I do, you have a lot of hotel room keys, that's a really good appliance to be able to fold that. And so there we have a finished card. All right, now I want to show it to you in another color because this foil comes in many different colors. This particular design is the design that's on the cover of my book. So we're going to make sure that the foil covers all the edges, put it in the sleeve. Again, you want to do a double check right here to make sure that that's all covered. Now we run it through the laminating machine. This will be warm when you take it out of there, so you might want to be just a little bit careful. But again, we're just going to remove the foil. And here we have another beautiful card. Now, one of the things that you can do with these is that you can print the designs on any color. You see I have a pink one sitting here in front of me. Here I printed one on blue. And so now I'm going to show you one. I did a little thank you card and I put some hearts on it. And I'm going to laminate it with 2 different colors of foil. So the gold is what I'm going to make thanks. And red is what I'm going to make for the hearts. And again, you just need to make sure your design's all covered. And now we're ready to put it through the laminating machine. When I'm doing a lot of cards, one of the things I do is I usually cut my foil about 4 inches. And I use my rotary cutter and I'll cut off a 4-inch slice and then another 4-inch slice and put them all together so that I can cut those and print and cut a lot of them at one time. It just saves you a lot of time. Okay, so again, we're just going to lift it up. We're going to pull off the foil, pull off the gold foil. And now we have what looks like a very expensive card, don't we? Now, I do want to just show you one thing because there are some things that you may not want to do. Remember I told you if you had black ink on there that you need to cover it up? You can see that I foiled the hearts, but I didn't do anything with the word thanks. And so it kind of melted some of that print on my card. So this one was not a good card anymore. And I know that sometimes online you'll see some videos where they tell you to use a paper sleeve. Well, I don't know if you can see the creases in this paper that it caused as I put it through there. But it also then messes up your foil on the inside. And I saved this particular one so that I could show that to you. That it's going to mess up the foil when you put it on, when you get wrinkles in that paper. So the plastic sleeve works a lot better. So I hope that you'll, number 1, go buy my Zentangle Art to Go book and have fun making your own foiled cards.